Hey guys, welcome back to Burnout's Hot Rod Shop. This is our, I think, second Fix It Up Friday. Today is going to be a little bit different. Hard to say you're different when you've only done one, but it's a little bit different than what you guys might think is going to happen. And that we're not fixing up a tool this week. We're fixing up the shop. So we've made some changes. We outgrew the space really quickly that I had initially set up for the shop. So I'm going to give you a quick tour of where we were, how small that space was, and where I moved to, and how we've got the new space coming together. It's not done. We've got to get this horrible lighting taken care of. We've got some lights on order that I think are supposed to be getting delivered today, and some other stuff, shop supplies, that kind of stuff being delivered. But let's give you a quick tour of where we were and where we're going to be. All right, guys. So if you've ever been to my house, if you're one of my friends, somebody I was affiliated with in the club I was in before, that kind of thing, you've been here. This is my under the house basement. This is this, as you can see, with one overhead door, keep panning back and forth, one overhead door, another one open. This was the original garage for the house. And this area was added and became the second garage for the house. And Mrs. Burnout, Miss Liz, Jules, her art room is right above us. So this area over here, under the stairs, this is where we've filmed most of our episodes, all the episodes you've seen so far of Burnout's Hot Rod Shop with tool stuff. So this is literally, it was just an area in front of my 49 Chrysler, about 4.5 feet wide, 5 feet wide. Behind me was my shelf with motorcycle helmets and that kind of stuff on it. Miss Liz has brought over some of her potting stuff. I let her have this area to use for that, but that's literally how small of an area we were in. My grinder sat here underneath the backrest for my Victory. Remember, you saw some videos in front, me sitting in front of my Victory. My house toolbox was right there, and we moved all that. We turned around and came over this way. I think you guys remember seeing over here in the past, I had a couple toolboxes set up and stuff. That's where they were at. Miss Liz's Fat Boy. This is the cart we picked up last week at an auction. I don't think you guys have seen this episode yet, but it'll be part of a tool haul coming up after the holiday stuff. I think we have 6 more episodes of that. And as we come into this original part of the garage here, we come around. That's the door to get us back into the basement. Still got some stuff over here to clean up. It's my house toolbox that had been in front of the Victory. So you got the tripod set up where I filmed the intro that you guys saw, and I'll probably film the outro. My table, that's the table that was sitting in front of the Chrysler, and it was from the Chrysler to the wall. It's there now. We've got the bench grinders. I'm waiting on some wire wheels from Amazon to come in, and some buffing wheels. Those are too big. They were for an 8-inch that I had, and the arbor hole is way too large. Here is my to-do shelving. So these are all the tools that still need to be cleaned up and gone through. I've got them all separated. So we've got, if I move this, socket racks. Those are all Craftsman wrenches. These are all some other brand wrenches, all made in USA stuff. So when I look at them, I have like a New Britain ratchet. Or like, these are Hakko. These are kind of all the brands I don't collect, but they need to get cleaned up and get ready to be sold to people who will like them. Armstrong. This bin is all Craftsman sockets and some extensions. Each of these tubs have things in them. That's hacksaws. I'm not a hacksaw guy. There's actually quite a few neat looking Miller's Falls in there though. So I'm gonna get some of those cleaned up. We get those out and about. Flea market season hits, or maybe I've been debating an eBay store at some point. And we come around. More stuff that needs to be gone through. I need to fix up that vise. It's really tight. As you can see, that handle has been bent up a little bit. So I think I'm gonna have to get that in my other vise and get it straightened out. We've got, that's all Williams stuff. That's all Industro. Then down here, move this out of the way. You can see my 1-inch drive Proto, and it's sitting on top of my 3/4 drive Cummins set. So I'm gonna get that cleaned up, get it moved on to someone who needs it. Over here, if you saw a few weeks ago, I got this thing. It had a bunch of hardware and stuff in it. You can see I've gotten a lot of it cleaned out, and I'm starting to put things in here that I use as supplies. It's one of those RoboGrip Craftsman wrenches or pliers. The grips are long gone, but they were good for using here for helping get stuff apart. Got my getting old and blind and can't see things drawer. There's a piece missing out of there. All kinds of stuff. Keep my cap gun. And got those Craftsman blades. You come over here. I keep a couple Proto ratchets. So, I have the male version and the female version. Yeah, you can you can click them together. Now they're doing unmentionable things. So they enjoy each other's company in there. Oh yeah, even have this Proto tubing cutter. What else? Some Proto drivers. Some stickers. Plum. And Proto quarter drive sets. My Pencraft. I don't know if you guys have seen this one. I talked about having it. I actually pulled it out of the barn a couple days ago when I was bringing my SK and Williams stuff up here. I picked this up in a lot from somebody. As you can see, it's a full Kmart set. Quarter drive, metric. Spindle handle, all of it. Got the little thumb spinner. I think, as I've told you guys before, my dad started his automotive career at Kmart, so they always have a little special place in my heart. Here we have sockets that I need to get sorted and sold. They're all clean and ready to go. Here I've put pliers. I've got If you guys have seen one of these before, it's an Illinois engineering company, Chicago. These were made by Armstrong. They're actually really, really hard to find. And then I've got some Snap-on and a Mac wrench. This drawer's a heavy one. These are all the wrenches that we've been going through and cleaning. So I know sometimes you guys have seen me do my videos where I display a wrench in my shorts and do that. I usually do that like in front of this drawer or in front of a box of wrenches. Over here, we've got the East Coast sets. We've got the double-ended diamond Culkin horseshoe. Adjustable. Still want to get after this guy and get him cleaned up. I just think it's really cool. Wire strippers, this little nail puller. No name on it, but I just think it's a neat looking nail puller. A whole bunch of screwdrivers that still need to be gone through when I do all my screwdriver cleaning. More tin sets. Lots of SK. S wrenches. And odd bent wrenches as well. One. It's a Thorson, someone customized. That guy's empty. These are some of my keeps. These are some more of my keeps. Ratchets can be addictive, just so you know. These are my keeper sockets. Spinner. Got the SK dresser set that we cleaned up a while back. And then one more drawer of keeps. So, like I said, I'm waiting on some LED lights that I'll run across here. I'll run another, I think I'm gonna put 3 in that area. I'll put another 3, probably just attached to that door because I do not lower that one. And then I'm gonna do a couple right above the work table. And that should light it up a lot better without having to use that guy. And then the other cool thing, last week's video we used, I'll walk over here. Did a review on this Central Machinery, and it's a nice unit for what it is. But I needed something bigger, as I told you guys. So this just came in today. And of course I hooked it up. It's 30 liter. It's a Vevor Professional. And this is the one I picked up, the older one with the stainless outside and everything. They have a new one that's black with stainless inside. It didn't have good reviews on Amazon. It only had like 2 stars or 3 stars. This had 5 stars or whatever. So I picked up the older generation. And I've already run some stuff in the soup. This is full, as you can see, all right to the top of the basket. And it's a lot of Proto and SK. And maybe something else in there too. Bonnie. I put Bonnie in there as well. This is just clean. I've not done any rust remover or anything like that. So a lot of this stuff was still in really good shape. I think just needed a degreasing. So next up, I'll pull all that stuff out. And then we will see what needs to go through DOC and what doesn't. And then speaking of the DOC, over here, got a vat that's been going for about 48 hours now. See, it's nice and black. And his pipe wrenches. Most of these were so rusty you could not even tell it was a pipe wrench. They were covered in crust. And after 48 hours in the sauce, they're not too bad. This one I can't get to come all the way apart. The others I could. Most of them wouldn't move at all until yesterday. And I was able to get them apart, so I could give them another day in the sauce. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that little behind the scenes look at what we're doing here at Burnout's Hot Rod Shop when it comes to the tool shop and getting this thing up and running, getting a larger space. I'm excited. I love the fact that I've quadrupled my space at least, if not more. Because as you saw, there's a bunch of tools that still need to be gone through. We've got just as many that have been cleaned and ready to go. We're about at that halfway point. So it's definitely exciting. Stick around, watch some more. As always, like, share, subscribe. Give me your feedback. It's all part of it. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm enjoying it. I'm Burnout. I love you, and there ain't nothing you can do about it.
Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Females magic just touching me,